Hello guys, you already know who it is. It is Numbnexus back again. You already know, back for some more Sun and Moon news. Of course, guys, we're gonna make a discussion video afterwards. Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more Sun and Moon content, and let's get it. Let's go. I'm so hype. Hype ass music so far. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we know about this SILVALLY. We're about to get SILVALLY is actually the translated name. We're about to get some new information here. RKS system, instead of the AR system, it's called RKS system. SILVALLY's ability RKS system changes type while holding certain items. So it's confirmed here, it's multiple memory items. Unique multi-attack matches SILVALLY's current type. So essentially, it's the memories, there's a select amount of memories. It's basically Arceus with the plates. Hakamo-o, bulletproof and soundproof. Kommo-o, dragon fighting. God, the middle one looks amazing. Look at this. I like the middle one most. Oh, sky uppercut. He's like, boy. Unique move, clanging scales. I guess we'll find out what that is later on. Bond Sweetie, it actually evolves into Steeny. Ain't nobody give it. Oh. Oh my. Queenly what? What the hell does Queenly Majesty do? I did not think the thing was gonna evolve this far. God, she had thick! Them legs! Ah! Unique move, Queenly Majesty. Cannot use Aqua Jet. Unique move, Trop Kick. It's a physical grass move. That's a kick. Does stop priority? Ribombee! This thing is gonna be pretty decent. I mean, it's a bug fairy, good ass typing. Oh, we get a Alolan Muk, of course. This is gonna be a Alolan Muk. My boy is messed up! Help him! He's like, just a Big Bird's ass. Come here. Yo, my nigga Muk is ugly. But I like it, because look how it splashes down and shit like that. I like it. It's like, you know, pulsing down, introducing new trainers. Oh, let's go. I'm ready. Who is she? Oh, fine ass. Bring that here, Olivia. Oh, I'm about to put my nose pass up beside of her. Let's go. This nigga cute. Oh, this nigga cute. Yo, he really stylish though. I still don't know how to say that name. He specializes in normal types. Okay. Wait. Let's go back quick. The Kahuna. So another Kahuna is revealed. Okay, so we have two Kahunas now. Olivia and Hala, I think his name was. Yeah. The Watson looking ass nigga. Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. Very interesting. And that's it. Oh my lord, guys, I'm hype as shit. I am legitimately hype as shit. Let's go back here and look at this. This thing is really interesting because I want to know more about this. The second middle evolution, ain't nobody give a shit about that. She cute, but this, peep them thighs, the waist, the legs. I feel a type of way. We are furries out here now this year. I mean, she's cute. Leaf Storm. New Leaf Storm animation is decent. What's interesting about this is the abilities that I want to know more about. Queenly Majesty is trying to use Aqua Jet. There's a couple, you know, things we could say here right now. A few things we could say is that number one, we could say that it may be immune to water types, which could be completely broken. Or number two, it stops priority, kind of like Bruisedish evolution. Bruisedish evolution, it kind of stops that. So I'm assuming it stops priority. I'm gonna go based off of women. If it's actually immune to all water moves, well then Jesus Christ. Cannot use Aqua Jet. And Trop Kick is a new move. It seems like a physical grass move. It's like a kick. So this thing is really interesting too. Like this thing is really interesting because I mean it's typing so far. Bug Fairy, it's quad resistant on fighting types. But fire and rock and flying are gonna be hurting this thing, you know, pretty strong. So the 3 weaknesses so far. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss one, but oh, 4, 5 actually. Steel and poison. Forgot about those. So 5 weaknesses total. I don't know how the thing's gonna be. Maybe it gets a 3rd evolution as well. This might be the butter, or no, I was gonna say this might be the Caterpie of this generation. But we already have Charge Bug and Vikavolt. Let's just go back here though. I think Grimer is so ugly. He's actually legitimately extremely ugly. And then Muk. Look at this boy, man. But no, this is what's interesting. We got another Kahuna in here. Oh my lord, can we sit down and talk a moment? God! Bro, I'm about to get my meat inside her. Let's go. My partners are all adorable, rugged little rock types. My dick is rock hard. I'm guessing she's gonna have a rock and roll up, but so far she has like nose pass from what we see. She is a Kahuna, so that's really interesting. We got another Kahuna revealed. And then a tryout captain specializing in the normal types. I still don't know how to say his name. It's Ilima? I'm gonna say Ilima for now. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Like, I'm pretty confused I'm pretty confused quite myself. Sun and Moon is very hyped, guys. We're gonna get into the analysis video right afterwards. Stick around. So guys, if you stuck around, here's the next part. We're gonna actually look a little bit more into the mons that are just now released. We're gonna find out some lore inside of them, some more information. So of course, let's look at the first one. I guess Silvally, probably my favorite mon from Sun and Moon so far. I think he's the best one from Sun and Moon. He's a synthetic Pokemon, we obviously know. He continues to keep the normal type. I got a little heavier. I know they did say though in the translation that it was AR system, and now that it actually states that it's RKS system. So that's the translation name for it in America, is RKS system. And it actually says right here that it says here, when type Null gains a partner it can trust, it deliberately destroys the restraining device it wears. Once released from that heavy mask, the Pokemon's speed increased substantially. So we knew about this. We knew his power and his speed both would become much stronger once you take off the mask. You actually can look at the description for a type Null, which we'll be looking at. That also states that as well. It also says right here, what is this? Free of the restraining effects of its mask, Silvally's senses are heightened and it reverts to its natural temperament. It is a wild nature, but it will obey a trainer that it trusts. And to protect that trainer from danger, it will put its own life on the line. Silvally is said to have been created to oppose a threat. Right here! Right here! He's literally Arceus. The threat is Arceus. Sun and Moon have taken on the Pokemon God. That's crazy. By inserting exclusive items into the drives on Silvally's head, right there, that piece right there. It's like right on his mouth, right there. You don't really see my mouse here, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's basically the thing right there. Like it's like the earpiece, you know. By inserting exclusive items into the drive on Silvally's head, items with an S. It also confirms as well that the memory key item is going to be a very a widespread item with every single typing. It's basically a plate with every typing, so he can become any typing if he's holding it. Oh my god. Oh my god. You about to be Ubers, boy. Its arcade system can be activated, causing Silvally's somatic cells to mutate and glow. The RKS system enables it to change its type, and its cells glow with different colors of light depending on its type. Oh my goodness, man. He's literally Arceus. Genesect. Everything. Well, Genesect doesn't change types, but the burn drive for Technoblast does. It says here, Silvally's ability is called the Arcade System ability, which no other Pokemon previously has had before. Haha, fun way of rewording that, huh? We know that, yeah, we know that Arceus has had this. It's called multi-type. By having Silvally hold items that correspond to each Pokemon type, it can change its own type. Multi-attack is a move that only Silvally can learn. And this move's type changes based on which type-related item Silvally is holding. You know, Arceus also has a move called Judgment, which is stab because he's a normal type. When he holds a plate, he becomes stabbed consistently because of that plate, and he's changing types according to the plate, similar to memory. Silvally, the coincidence is just too real. I love this Pokemon. You can look at it here too. It says a mass fit to type Null's head is a piece of equipment designed to control its latent powers. It's extremely heavy, so it all serves to hinder type Null's agility. He's probably going to be very slow here. His attack status, don't worry, he's going to be as high as he is with Silvally on the board. The next one we're going to be looking at is Hakamo-o. I think I pronounced that right. He's a dragon fighting, and he's the abilities bulletproof and soundproof. Honestly, I kind of wish, and I feel like a lot of people have said this, but I kind of wish that, you know, I kind of wish, unfortunately, that this was the final typing. I think this is probably my favorite design so far. Don't get me wrong, I like Jingmo. That's his, or Jararanga is the translator name. I cannot remember the final evolution, like English translated name, but I like this design. I like the third evolution design too, but this one is probably my favorite. It says here, when a Jingmo evolves into Hakamo-o, it breaks from its fellows and begins to live on its own to train itself. Wherever it can find Pokemon to battle against, it seems to appear. Hakamo-o dances. Oh, Dragon Dance confirmed. Or, you know, it also could confirm Swords Dance, but I'm hoping Dragon Dance. Because he's a fighting type. Most fighting types aren't the fastest. So there are a few fighting types. I know people are going to be like, oh, fighting types are the fastest. Yes, the Sacred Trio and Keldeo and Lucario is pretty decently fast too. And same with Minshao. Are you satisfied? Most fighting types are not that fast. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. But it says Hakamo-o dances before battle to show its strength, clanging its scales together to make them ring out. When this dance reaches its climax, Hakamo-o bellows a fierce war cry to challenge its opponent. Its scales make for fine armor, so Hakamo-o doesn't worry about self-defense as it makes multitudes of strikes and overwhelms its opponents. But as a result, its scales often become damaged and get torn off. They grow back immediately, so this does not cause Hakamo-o undue concern. In fact, it views a number of lost scales as proof of how ferociously it has fought, and it brandishes its bared arms in a boast of victory. So it sounds like he's gonna have decently high physical defense as well. And the nice thing about this as well is he can be able to hold the Eviolite item. So if his defense is already naturally good, you know, this thing alone will be pretty good. He'll be able to hold the Eviolite and he'll stand on his own pretty strong. Like I know Dragonair can stand on her own pretty strong in the NU tier. I think actually he may have dropped the PU, but I know Dragonair is actually pretty bulky with the Eviolite on, so I could see the thing pretty bulky as well with an Eviolite slapped onto it. You know, I would not be surprised. I most definitely would not be surprised. Another thing we're gonna look at now is the final evolution, Kommo-o. Like a lot of people don't know how to pronounce this shit. All right, it's a Pokemon, okay? A lot of people don't like the massive amount of scales. They think it's over designed. I actually love it. I love it. Alright, just because I like the middle one better does not mean I'm gonna hate on this one. I think this one is amazing. I love the design. I love this Pokemon. A lot of people don't like it. Surprisingly, they think it's a disappointment from Jingmo to this. They think they tried way too hard. And that's why they like the middle one. I like the middle one because he's cool as shit. But this thing is amazing. It's a beast. It looks cool as shit. Let's get into it though. He keeps the bulletproof and soundproof as well. So keeping the dragon fighting as well. It says at the end of his harsh training, Hakamo-o evolves into this overwhelmingly powerful form. Overwhelmingly powerful. They really emphasize that. So he's going to be very strong. States here, it returns to the land of its birth, where it watches over the Jingmo from a distance. It's like the Venusaur with the Bulbasaur. It's so cute. There is a legend that says Kommo-o is covered in glittering scales in order to drive away a great darkness covering the world. Holy shit! The reason these Pokemon seek out battles is to gain the power needed to defeat this darkness. He sounds like he's trying to kill Lunala. When it detects someone approaching, this Pokemon rings a scale onto its tail to announce its presence. It has no desire to battle against weak Pokemon, so he's a tough guy. And I also like the scheme to deal with the scales, because you know some scales can actually emanate sound through aspects of something else boosting it, wind, breeze, something of the sorts like that, clanging, and they really emphasize that. They have soundproof and bulletproof because of the scales. It has sound moves it can use, and fun fact, it's immune to sound moves because of the scales. I like that. The lore behind the thing is very interesting. I cannot wait to learn more about this mon. The lore is very interesting. Clanging scales is a move that only Kommo-o can learn. It scrapes the scales covering its body against one another, attacking with a great clamor. After using this move, Kommo-o's defense is lowered, so it's pretty risky. It's kind of like Hyperspace Fury. I think that's what it was. Yeah, Hyperspace Fury that Hoopa and Bound could use. and I think regular Hoopa can use it as well. It's a Hoopa signature move. It's Hyperspace Hold and Hyperspace Fury. Hyperspace Hold is the one that goes through Protect, and Hyperspace Fury I think is the one that lowers defense. So it's kind of like that. So I mean, it's a bit, I don't know. Clanging Scales. I mean, we saw in the animation of the trail that it looked like it was like a sound wave. So I don't know if it's a special move or a physical move, but I mean, he's hitting his scales together. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know where that will head. I legitimately don't know. We're gonna look more into this now for the next mon though. Ribombee. And this thing was actually shown months ago. I think it was shown like almost 2 months ago. But we didn't really like get an official announcement or a confirmation for it. All we knew is that it's the evolution of this little guy right here. Which I forget the name. I actually forget the name. What was the thing called? Cutie Fly. I actually saw the thing's typing and immediately I liked it based off the typing. I like unique typings and it's a pretty unique bug and fairy typing. Pretty unique fairy typing is what I'm trying to say. So it's pretty unique. Honey guys, it's pretty irrelevant. Same with Shield does. I cannot even remember off the top of the head what that does. The thing is so small though. I think it's in contention one of the smallest mons. And it weighs like a pound. But at the same time, it is a fucking like fly. I had to sit there and think for a moment. Ribombee collect flower nectar and pollen to make into balls known as pollen puffs. These serve as food, and what's more, they also can cause effects like paralysis or dizziness. Ribombee may use puffs to strike their opponents during battles. Some of the pollen puffs that Ribombee make also have relaxing effects or can relieve tiredness. These are distributed around the Alola region as high-priced supplements. So I'm guessing there's going to be a honey shop, a honey gatherer. I'm guessing this thing can use Sweet Scent, Sunspore, Sleep Powder, all of that, you know, Spore itself, you know. I feel like it will be able to use, or Cotton Spore, I mean. I feel like it'll be able to use all of that. If this thing gets Cotton Guard, it'd actually be pretty good, because with that typing, it already quad resist fighting. It has 5 weaknesses off the top of my head: Steel, Poison, Fire, Flying, and Rock. Unfortunately, he's weak to rocks, though, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. Interest are pretty huge in competitive play, but, yeah. We're going to look a little more into it. Ribombee hate getting rained on. They're covered with fluffy hairs that hold pollen they've gathered, and the rain makes them wet and dirty. Pokemon, Game Freak, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell? Alolan people know that if Ribombee are busily visiting the fields of flowers, you can be sure that the fair weather will continue. So it seems like he/she plays a pretty big role in Alola. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's a thing. It's most definitely a thing. It's 100% most definitely a thing. I like the typing. Don't get me wrong. I like the typing. I'd love to see what more it can do. I'd love to see its stats, if anything. I'd love to see if there's a third evolution. I don't know if there's gonna be a third evolution or not, because this could damn well be the next Vespiquen, and it could learn all those moves. But those moves are very exclusive to Vespiquen, like defense order, attack order, heal order. And those are more kind of like a queen bee type of role, where this is just a fly that connects nectar. So yeah. Also, as well, fun fact. Actually, no, we'll talk about that later. And I feel you guys should stick around. We'll talk about it later. Something huge just dropped right now. We'll talk about it later. The next thing is Steeny. It is this thing's Bond Suite. I remember I shat on this thing in a video. It evolves, actually, fun fact. And that is most definitely a thing. It evolves. I wonder why they made it evolve. I actually did not expect it to evolve, but it most definitely evolved. It continues to keep the grass typing. Unfortunately, I really wanted this thing to be like somewhat of a fairy typing. That would be really great. Grass fairy is not that bad, but unfortunately, we did not get that. It says here the calyx on Steeny's head is harder than Bond Suite, so Steeny no longer worries about being stabbed by other Pokemon. So maybe this means that it's like pretty physically defensive. As Bond Suite, this Pokemon may have preferred to run away from others, but now Steeny and other Pokemon can play together. Upon evolving, this Pokemon's fragrance becomes even more delectable, but it also gains a tomboy-like personality. I still hit it. I still most definitely hit it. Living together as one is quite the ordeal. As it moves around, it spins its calyx, striking nearby objects, but Steeny couldn't care less. So it basically becomes a tomboy and it stops giving a shit. So there's that. Steeny unleashes combo moves using the calyx on its head and its hard legs. First, it smacks its opponents with the calyx on its head, and when the opponent flinches, it lands a whacking great kick. That usually does the trick. Wow, it has a little to no feet. They look like stems, and it kicks at that shit? Damn. Damn. I don't know how I feel about this mon so far. I feel like maybe with a Violet it'll be somewhat decent, because I mean they do say right here, this thing like it no longer worries about being stabbed by the Pokemon. So I mean, I think that's a way of hinting, like physically defensive. I think so. Most definitely. We're gonna talk about the thick behemoth. Oh my lord. We got. I'm gonna say it right now. Tsareena. I think that's how you pronounce it, because the T, like tsunami, it's usually silent. Tsareena. Ah, wow. They could have just taken out the T. Why the fuck is the T there? Queenly Majesty is the ability that's really interesting to me. Says here, Tsareena has the nature of high-class nobility. Any Pokemon or human that approaches it with evil in mind will be punished forthwith. It even turns its fearsome glare upon its own trainer if the two of them are not fully in sync, or if its trainer orders it to use a move that will be ineffective. Only the strongest of Steeny are able to evolve. When this happens, the Steeny evolves with the blessing of other Steeny. It then uses its strength to protect the Bond Suite. They really cares about them Bond Suite. Tsareena is a high-kicking, virtuous, It has honed these skills beyond the level it achieved as a Steeny, and it attacks with a graceful movement. At the same time, its fragrance mesmerizes its opponents, dealing them a secondary attack. Drop Kick is a move that only Tsareena can learn. It lowers an opponent's attack by showering it with a blazing hot kicks in a style similar to that originating from the tropical countries. This thing's Drop Kick lowers attack. That's crazy. It's an attacking move that lowers attack. That's insane. It said that these Pokemon loses its strength if touched on the crown-like protuberance on its head. So this shit right there. Okay, the crown thing. It kind of reminds me of the queen jellyfish. Some Tsareena have the Queenly Majesty ability, which no other Pokemon has previously had. The effect of Queenly Majesty are so intimidating they prevent opponents from using priority moves. Okay, this is literally Bruisish. What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean no other Pokemon has had? They rehashed an ability. I mean, that's cool, because I remember seeing the reaction video that maybe might be immune to all water moves. That'd be pretty fucking broken. But that's pretty cool. You know, another mon that's immune to priority, and what's really nice about it is you can't die to Talonflame's priority, depending on how fast this thing is, because Talonflame still has, like, I think it's 129 base speed, so all Talonflame would need to do is hit it with a Flare Blitz. But, you know what I mean. You essentially know what I mean. And the next guy, we already know about this nigga. I think this is the last nigga that we got. We didn't really get anything new. Yeah, so this is the last guy. We got Alolan Muk. He continues to keep the poison dark. No new real ability here. No real new ability here. But it says here, Alolan Muk eats whatever it is in reach without pausing, and if it feels the sharp pangs of hunger, it runs amok. Ha! Ha! Amok! Ha! Ha! It thought that its voracious appetite stemmed from an inability to maintain its energy levels without a constant influx of toxins. Toxins have accumulated in Alolan Muk's body from its steady diet of various waste products and manufactured materials. This accumulation has brought about a chemical change, producing a new kind of toxin. Man, nigga literally got wasted! Alright, stop with the bad joke, stop. Alolan Muk has the same poisonous crystals as Alolan Grimer, but they're not limited to its mouth. They extend from all over the surface of its body. Alolan Muk uses them to attack, just like other Pokemon use their fangs or claws, and these highly toxic crystals are easily knocked loose, making them extraordinarily dangerous. The Grimer and Muk in the Alola region produce and store their toxins with their bodies, so unlike the Grimer and Muk in other regions, you won't detect any unpleasant aromas when you draw near one. So it loses the very stench, foul odorness of it. And I mean, it did lose poison stench, I think that's what it was. Or poison touch. It still keeps poison touch, but it was a move that it learned that I'm actually gonna look up right now. Actually, we're about to look this shit up right now, guys, because there is a move that it could most definitely learn. or an ability that it could learn that would make it smell, and I feel stupid not knowing it off the top of my head, and it was stench. So I legitimately did say it. Okay, so that's really all the information we're going to be having here today, guys. We'll be making more videos throughout the day, so by all means, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, thumbs up, and I'd love to hear feedback. With that being said, I am Numbnexus. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch. I'm going to get out of here. Goodbye.